Hello, you too. Yeah, this is just follow up with the last video that I was talking about because it was a really interesting experience. The thing is that I didn't really dig into the detail about the thing is that I was talking about my hands because I got two of the metacarpal knocked out and in three occasions, but the first one was the most painful because I did not know at the time that I actually broke my bone. I thought I would just hurt my hands, and but the thing I actually broke the two metacarpal over here. Um, so then the first experience is that you have, if you broke a bone, you have to see see an orthopedist. You have to see the doctor, a hand doctor specifically, and they try to push you back. But at the time, that because I when you broke a bone, you have to see the doctor immediately. I saw the doctor about like 2 weeks later, so it was a bit too late. So the doctor literally like pushing my hand was such a painful experience, but they couldn't really push it back because after 2 weeks it started to grow, like however it grow up. And so that you know, John McCain experienced that when he was in Vietnam, that he broke a lot of his bones, and afterward, because nobody took care of him, he was put into prison by the Viet Cong. So afterwards, when he came back to the United States, they have to re-break it, and in order to fix it back again. It was pretty much the same experience that I had. Only after 2 weeks. So if you got broken bones, see a doctor right away. That's emergency. So what I was that I was completely drugged up on morphines. So they shot up my morphines, and then you were like half dazed and half conscious about that. I just had my hand over there because they need to use the X-ray to drill three needle into your hand, and two here and then one here in order to put it back to place. And that I was completely drugged up, but it was not a good experience because after the morphine experience, when the drug fade away, it was painful as hell. Painful. It was so painful because they gave me a lot of painkillers, but it still didn't do quite a good job. But I would let you know that physical pain is not as bad as heart pain, because like I said, because I'm a sentimental uh, person. Um, Having a broken heart is definitely worse than having broken bones, broken teeth. Speaking of which, just that aside, I mentioned about that my uh, broken front teeth. It's four of the front teeth. Now the dentist was telling me that she's gonna switch it to six. Every operation project was always half year long. It's always, and they're gonna have to take out the veins first, and then drilling the needles on your gum and things. It was a completely torture experience that you were put on the seat, and that was a real painful experience. But that's physical pain. What are you gonna do? You have to get your front teeth back, right? So, of course, this is the fake front teeth, obviously. Um, Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. The other thing that I was mentioning about saying that I have a lot of issues, but these kind of issue would not deter who you are, and that of course, as you understand that. I'm an artist, and of course, I got a full scholarship. I'm going to art school, school of visual arts, of course. But the thing is that during my teenage year, your youthful year, in your high school, and I'm sure a lot of teenager will go through similar experiences. Just that I actually discovered, not that I discovered, but I know it. It's just my schoolmates had gone through a lot of similar experience, girls and guys. Yeah, when you're in high school, you go through this kind of self questioning and self guilt, self mutilations, and things like that. The next thing you know, that my mom put me into a psychiatry again. And so afterwards, and then you're going to fill out like 500 questionnaire just to examine exactly who you are. But it's not like the real big deal because they have to really find out that are you hearing voices? Are you schizophrenic? Are you depression or manic depressive or things like that? Like I have a I have a girl schoolmate. They are really nice people. So they go through the similar experiences like I went through, and then because yeah, genuinely because my parents are worried about me at the time in your youthful teenager years, like Romeo Juliet. No, so the thing that you've gone through the experience, so you're gonna have to sit out and these hour and a half sessions, and afterward, sorry, this is ginger ale. So you sit down and an hour and a half session with them start to go through talk therapy. And then afterwards, what were they gonna do? They're just gonna put you on medications, and that's that ain't gonna help at all. But afterwards, I was taking medication for about close to half year or so, but it doesn't really help. I was not a huge dosage because I know people who are on a huge dosage on like I think it was called Paxil or something. It really dumb you up. You're like a walking zombie afterward. But and also it has a side effect on your manhood, so that ain't no good. But the thing is, afterwards, I start to sit down through these talk therapy with these shrinks, and then afterwards, you're gonna have to like really think about how you're gonna outshrink the shrink, because after all, I mean, you're reading the same books they're reading. I mean, I'm start to outshrink the shrink. So we sit down and start to talk about Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung, things like that, and then you just feel like you're gonna outshrink the shrink. It doesn't work at all. That's why I see these doctor. I mean, no offense to doctors, but the thing, especially psychiatry, is just it's a nascent business. They're not gonna outmind you the way you outmind yourself. And it was only after college that I think what is the real cure, and I have to tell you, the real cure, I think, it was because I got to college. I got a beautiful life in college, and that and when you start smoking, and it really opened up your mind, absolutely it got cured, but the other thing that it was kind of strange that even though I was saying that all of these problems that I have, also there's another when I was when I got married once, it was I had a because I was working so hard, I had a uh, acute outburst of psoriasis. It was horrible, like on me, like all over. It was completely horrible. But you gone through these experiences afterwards, and you find out it really does not deter you as who you are, or even making girlfriends. It doesn't deter you at all. So I want to just tell all you guys that it's not a problem. Just keep on trucking straight on, and that it's not a problem at all. All right, catch you later.